Yes.
Hello and
Yes.
welcome to DCP.
Yes.
Yes, 198,
Yes.
where we say where we're very agreeable. It's such an agreeable podcast tonight. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, one thing I was like, you know what? Today's DCP. Yes. Yes, it
Yes.
is. Yeah. It's also episode
Although-
198. Yes.
I was in the middle of middle of a beautiful shrine in Ghost of Sushima. I was like,
Were you taking a photo?
is it the podcast today? Are you
Is
sure?
it really Thursday?
What if I say I forgot?
It feels like a Wednesday.
Are we actually talking about Destiny today, or are we cutting a bitch in Ghost? Been doing a lot of that. I've been unlocking my
That game is super
skills.
fun.
Yeah, my samurai fantasy is just in full bloom, like spring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I keep making it real stormy. We'll talk about that on side quest.
I want, you know what I wonder about that game is like, I wonder if anybody has like started that game and been like, it's too hard, I'm gonna quit. Because
No way.
like as you get going, you get so many more abilities. Like you get so powerful in that game.
Yeah, you do. You become like a god, a mythic god of samurai technique.
Samurai God.
Samurai god, man.
That's gotta be a movie from the 80s. That was a straight to video movie for sure.
That sounds like a badass movie.
He
So
fights Ninja Guy.
yeah. So
Destiny.
there's not a whole lot to talk about, right?
No.
Not a whole lot.
Nothing cool to talk about.
Don't want to break the ice with anything.
I am never ever doing a raid again without the jump on wall thing that we saw in that trailer.
Would have helped you out being a
Oh.
warlock.
Mm-hmm.
What
It wasn't a hunter that did it though?
I think it was 100.
It looked like a hunter that made the platform, which I was like, hell yeah,
Yeah.
hunters. Rise up, hunters.
Right? Finally, hunters get something good to use.
Finally. Oh, jeez.
Yo, how crazy is it that they're introducing geometry building, like momentary geometry building devices in the sandbox with the nades?
Yeah.
It's super crazy.
It's
and
crazy.
It's going to be usable in PvP.
Yeah.
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 People are going to be mad.
I was
But
like,
it's going to be great.
you can see it now. Yo, this isn't Overwatch. Come on, Bungie. This is what are you doing? Keep your Overwatch out of this.
We haven't seen anything like this with Destiny.
No,
this is
they
the first.
Totally different. Freezing. You got grenades that freeze people. You've got abilities that suppress and freeze. You can make walls. You can make platforms.
Yeah, so
It's,
it showed that hunter who it was on Widow's Court threw a grenade on the ground, made a wall, and then jumped up and then threw 2 ice knives and froze the enemies.
Yeah. For
In
real
PvP.
quick, we should mention that the Xbox event happened today. And during the Xbox event, there was a bunch of Destiny news, including a new trailer for Beyond Light that showed a lot of new abilities, the new stasis abilities, which is the new super that we're getting, or the new subclasses we're getting in Beyond Light. And it looked like it was mind-blowing. Like it was like you could stop this almost frame by frame and just watch like all the new things, because they're all new to Destiny, right? It's like so many of these things are just like brand new and fresh to Destiny, which is great news.
Yeah. It looks fantastic. So yeah, there was an Xbox event. In my opinion, the Destiny stuff stole the show. I was just like, well, that looks amazing. Grenades that are changing the environment. They showed more.
You may be a bit biased here.
I know.
I definitely.
I definitely aware that I'm on a Destiny podcast, so this is going to sound extremely biased. But out of all the stuff that they showed, I really was like, "Yo, Destiny is looking hot." Or I mean, cold, chilly.
Cold, chilly,
Yeah.
freezing.
It's funny as I went to Twitter and I was just kind of like looking at the reaction from Twitter, and mostly it was positive. There were some people saying like, "Well, it's just ice. Why didn't they just call it ice if it's just ice?" Like,
Because
well, they don't call fire.
Right, solar. Yeah.
Like, have a little creativity in the naming.
Wasn't this my argument like 2 months ago when they first showed stasis?
Stasis. Okay.
Yeah, I was legit. I was like, well, it's ice, and people are like, excuse me, it's stasis. Why is it stasis? Because cold freezes. Time slows down with the cold, and the molecules get slower and slower. Absolute zero, and it's also in space. It's very cold out in space, so stasis.
Hefty Sub-Zero over here.
And I'm like, it's ice. Come on, get over it. In fact, yeah, summoning platforms further reinforces the concept of it being pure ice and not just time slowed down.
No. You're going.
I don't remember
back
this
in
happening.
time.
We'll
You're
have to check the video.
Back
This
in
sounds like
time.
a fabrication.
Is it back in time recreating a platform? What?
Yeah. In the past, there was a platform there.
There used to be ice there.
Oh, of course.
From the Ice Age, Tafty. You remember the Ice Age?
The Ice Age, yes.
Roll
before
back
global warming.
100 million
Ice
years or something, and then boom,
Yeah.
you got an ice platform. Okay, yeah, you're right. It's stasis.
That ice platform, like the possibilities are endless for that ice platform. I wonder how it's going to be usable. Like, are you going to be able to use it on like any wall, or is there only going to be certain walls you can use it on? Who knows at this point, right? Because we only got. Did they only show it once in the trailer? The wall,
yes.
like not the wall, but the
did.
platform to
Yeah.
jump off of. So it's
I
like,
don't know.
like if that thing could be used anywhere, the possibilities in raids are enormous because like people are going to be finding new ways to get all sorts of places. Imagine a group of 6 hunters using that platform to get wherever they want to go. Like the possibilities for like cheesing stuff are going to go way up. The possibilities for PvP are going to be immense. I mean, they're going to have to be really careful about like ceilings and like seams, like not going to let people get outside the geometry, because like if you have 6 hunters, you're literally going to be able to go anywhere you want.
Yeah, it's already the case, right?
Yeah,
6 hunters roll up. What are you going to do? Now they're chilling, making walls and stuff. It's great. There's a possibility though these nades are going to be like, interchangeable on all the classes, unless they confirmed already. Bungie said something about hunters having exclusiveness on some of this stuff, but I would imagine
into that yet.
Yeah, I would imagine that some of this stuff, like the walls or the mid-level platforms, are going to be interchangeable amongst maybe 2 classes at least. Because I could also see them making some encounters require the stasis ability, and inevitably somebody's going to be really bad at throwing wall nades. Being like, I can't do it because I can't
Put
throw
it right here. Right here.
I can't throw the damn nade at the right spot to make the thing. Then it goes away after a certain amount of time. Yeah.
It looks incredible. I mean, also that wall that kind of went up, like the taller wall. It almost looked like a Titan wall, but it was bigger, wider, and taller.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of makes you wonder why we keep Titans around at this point.
It does. Yeah.
Hey, maybe they get an ice dome, like an igloo.
Oh yeah,
With penguins.
Yeah.
Oh, I love penguins.
They summon buddy penguins. You know how we have Arc Buddy? Well, now we got Buddy Penguin.
Pets are coming to
Buddy
Destiny.
penguin.
Yes, and they summon an igloo, and he's like, "Come on in." Yeah.
Yep.
I'll tell
The
you,
abilities
it
look
looks
amazing.
fun, man. Getting new abilities, getting new subclasses. It's like a whole new set of subclasses for the next content, and seeing that they're that different than what we're used to. Because this isn't just like, well, there's a new grenade, and it does grenade stuff, and there's a new, there's new super, it shoots things, or it makes you melee things. This like really feels like fresh ideas and fresh ways to play a game that we've been playing now for 6 years, which I think needs,
Yeah, Destiny hasn't had something like this before. You've got the Warlock, like with their little icicle staff. They're turning full wizard. You are now a wizard. It's really cool. And seeing the hunter, I mean, I guess their knife throw that they do suppresses, because the first throw, it got them out of their super, and then the second, it froze them.
Yeah.
So that's going to be crazy.
That's
6
pretty
coyote,
wild.
getting frozen in
how many knives
PvP is gonna suck. Just standing there waiting to die.
Become a block.
Do you think
of
that's
ice.
going to be a super, or do you think that's going to be an ability that can be used frequently? Being able to freeze people?
Well, with 2 knives, froze them. They got hit
right.
twice, and I don't know if there was any other requirement to proc freeze, but it seems that way. I would imagine there's got to be some sort of build-up on it for them to achieve freeze critical
Full
mass.
freeze mode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's going to be super broken.
Sounds fun. Bring it on.
I mean,
Might as well.
without a
Bring the
doubt.
madness.
Yeah, bring it all. Without a doubt, like for the first month, that's all you're going to see anybody using is the new stuff, right? Because everybody's going to want to check it out.
Yeah.
Like it's not going to be like you jump in and be like, well, you know, I'll be the stand in your own pee warlock because, you know, I'll take one for the team. No, everybody's going to use the new stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to be using new stuff.
Actually, during the trailer, there was so you have the warlock, titan, hunter standing together, and the hunter like throws down icicle into the floor, which makes me wonder if they're giving the hunter a way of doing like AoE support in some type of way, or if it was just showing off a cool image to show a super.
Yeah, I was wondering about that too, like how functional it's going to be.
Yeah,
casting.
I don't know what that is.
Casting ice onto the ground or something.
Yeah.
It seems like they're going really deep with the RPG side of this, which I absolutely love. It's like you're saying, like the game's been pretty much the way it has been for 6 years, and it's time for a shakeup. And this feels like it's really going to shake things up. Imagine all the places you could potentially go to that you couldn't if you were into exploring areas with the Ice Nade now.
You know, that kind of goes hand in hand with the vault, right? It's like they're going to be taking places away and bringing them back later on. Well, if they bring them back, like if they take them away and then like kind of rejigger them a little bit for use with these new abilities, like that could be you know, it could give you access to new areas in a place that you've already explored. Like, you know, like say we get the Cosmodrome back and you discover using this new ice platform that you can now reach areas that you've always seen in the Cosmodrome, but now you could get there. You know, like that would be cool. That would add a lot of replayability to a place that you've already explored.
Just think about like 3 hunters all timing their nades to keep going. Climbing higher and higher and higher. So it does make you think then if every playable space, they're going to have to test this.
Oh, yeah. They're definitely going to have to, right?
Oh, yeah.
Every edge of the playable space be like, all right, well.
Glad we don't know anybody in testing.
Seems like a nightmare to balance, but you know, I'm down. Bring on the madness.
Yeah. Let them build.
That was not the only thing that was really interesting about that Xbox announcement. They also announced that Destiny 2 Beyond Light will be coming to Microsoft Game Pass.
Yeah.
And the xCloud service.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Wild.
Yeah.
What does that mean, Briar?
So Game Pass is the service that you pay a monthly fee and you can play, you know, any of the games that they have on the service. It's almost like a Netflix for games. And it works on PC and it works on Xbox consoles. And they put basically all of their like hot new releases out right away on that service. It's really if you have an Xbox or a PC, really, it's a really nice service to have.
Let me just insert one
know,
point, though. Let me just insert one point on there because some people kind of get this confused. They think when you say it's like a Netflix service that it's actually streaming games. And what it is, it gives you a license to download the games.
Yeah.
So they actually come on, they play as if you own the game via the Game Pass. So it's not actually streaming it from their servers off in some place. You actually get access to a license of all these games on Game Pass to download them like you legit own them and then play them off of it like that. It's really amazing.
It's basically in your library.
Exactly.
Right? It's not like Stadia where you're playing it off a server somewhere. You download it, you play it off your own hard drive.
Yep.
So it's like owning the game. But what's cool about this is that, you know, with Destiny coming to it, is like it gives everybody in the Game Pass, you know, sphere access to Destiny, and it's also going to be one of the games that gets upgraded when the Xbox 4 comes out.
Yeah.
So like, you know, you can start playing Destiny on Game Pass, and then when you upgrade to Xbox 4, you know, then you get 4K 60 FPS.
When did they announce the Xbox 4, Briar?
They just had a big announcement about it today. You didn't see that?
Oh, is that right?
Magic.
Wow.
They're making a new Fable game.
New Fable? I never played the Fables.
Yeah. So Game Pass. You're going to be able to get all the... It seems like you're going to be able to get all the big September releases, but it did say that seasonal content is not included. So if you do
kind of a
want
bummer.
the paid season stuff... Well, I guess with season stuff, you already get free stuff with the seasons each
Yeah,
time. So with
that's
that
true.
coupled with the September release, you're getting so much
Yeah,
for not purchasing the whole thing.
I have no problem with them not including the season pass stuff. Like that's
Yeah, I'm still
totally
gonna pay for
fine.
the season pass stuff. It'd just be nice if like I didn't have to worry about any other transactions. But I mean, I don't really. It doesn't make that much of a difference to me. The fact that I'm gonna be able to get all this stuff through Game Pass is just a huge value add for me because I'm already a Game Pass subscriber.
Yep.
And I won't have to buy 2 copies of the game, one on Xbox and one on PC. We don't know that it's coming to PC on Game Pass, right? Like,
right.
We're assuming it is. We don't know that. I haven't been able to find anything that specifically says that it will be coming to Game Pass specifically on PC. Like it does say it's specifically coming to Xbox Game Pass, but I haven't seen anything that says specifically to PC.
Yeah, and if they did bring it to PC, Xbox, or PC Game Pass, they'd have to put it in the store, the Microsoft Store. And I haven't seen any plans for that because right now it's technically just Steam on PC. Right?
Yeah.
George McBay in chat said they said it's coming to PC in 2021.
Okay.
I don't know if that's correct.
So again, if they do bring it to PC, then that means Microsoft Store, because that's the only way Game Pass on PC works. And if they bring it to Microsoft Store, are they also bringing it to the Epic Store? So it's
there's a specific Xbox app on PC that you can interact with the Game Pass with. I don't know if that's part of the Microsoft Store or not.
No, that's like the Xbox app for interfacing with your Xbox stuff, your profile, and like creating or adding friends.
So there's that one.
Yeah.
But there's another one. There's multiple. This is confusing because there's multiple Xbox apps on PC, and one of them you use to actually launch Game Pass games like Sea of Thieves or Forza, or like I have the Messenger in there, and I have Minecraft Dungeons that we played a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got all that.
So I got that stuff through this Xbox app, not through the Microsoft Store.
Yeah, all the stuff I got through was through Microsoft Store.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this one, and it says beta right on the icon too, the Xbox app.
Yeah, so it's the whole Xbox app. They're like 7 Xbox apps that you have to be able to play games.
Is the Smart Glass app still around?
It's so confusing.
It is. They really need to kind of narrow this down, but it's really exciting. So if it is coming in 2021, I'd love to see a link for that so I could figure out where that is. But if it is coming in 2021 on PC, you'll still have to buy Beyond Light. And probably this season or this year, the season pass.
Yeah. Right.
But on Xbox, you don't have to buy the Xbox version because you already own Game Pass.
Yeah. So doesn't the season pass follow your account? Isn't it? You have to
you
have to have a license for the actual expansion, but the season pass is attached to your Bungie account. So if you own the season pass on, say, PS4 or PC, then technically that season pass will follow you if you play it on your Xbox account on this fall, I
believe so.
Yeah, it's cross save. Yeah, so
like
already, if you're planning on buying the season, so if you get it on PS4 and you want to also play it on PC or an Xbox, like you pretty much have your bases covered with this stuff.
Yeah. It's pretty exciting, and then you can also play on your mobile phone.
How? How, Briar? Tell me.
With the Microsoft, what is it called? The
xCloud
service. So Destiny's also coming to the xCloud, which means that anything that runs that service, you'll also be able to play Destiny 2 on, which is going to be, for me, of minimal usefulness, but I could definitely see myself, like when I'm traveling or something, hooking a controller up to a tablet and just kind of zoning out, like, I don't know, like running some of those quests that require you to like
play some trials,
mine like 50 of this. Yeah. Trials would be perfect
flawless
on like a really subpar internet connection. On AT&T, I'm going to be all set, actually.
The problem is it's on the xCloud server, so your internet's not going to be affected.
Just sounds like a YouTube video to me.
Yeah.
Going flawless on my phone.
But mobile Destiny actually is pretty appealing to me. Like I knew it would never happen, but I always thought it'd be amazing if Destiny came to the Switch,
Mhm.
just so I could sit on the couch like while I'm watching TV and like do some of the more menial activities, like the stuff where I've got to go like shoot like 100 dudes in the face, or I got to use a shotgun to get like 200 thrall kills, or like that, or just run strikes for an hour or something like that.
Yeah.
Like perfect activity for like a mobile use. I'm watching TV on the big screen, but I'm just sitting there with a smaller screen in my lap and a controller. I don't see myself like maining Destiny on a tablet, but I could definitely see it being enhancing my gameplay experience.
It's a nice option, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Is xCloud, is that going to be included in the Game Pass service, or is it going to be an additional fee?
I think you have to have Ultimate, which is $15 a month. So if you have Game Pass,
I have Ultimate.
Yeah, if you have the Ultimate, then I guess you're getting xCloud in this fall, I think.
There have been rumors also that they're going to get rid of Xbox Live Gold.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to get rolled up into Ultimate as well.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, Xbox Live Gold feels a little archaic at this point.
Yeah.
Like having to pay money to play games online feels weird and old, and like I don't want to do it anymore. Like it doesn't feel like a value added service. It feels like something that should be part of the the gaming experience, like it is on PC, frankly.
Mm-hmm. Game Pass is just becoming the ultimate gamer service. Like it doesn't have anything Sony, because Sony is obviously the Sony platform, but outside of Sony's exclusives, if you did not have a console right now and you were looking to get a console, I really feel like the new Xbox is going to be one of the best options. Like if you already have a gaming PC, then clearly I don't think there's any reason to get the new Xbox unless you.
I'm totally getting one. It's going in my living room. I'm going to play 4K 60 FPS Destiny in my living room, and I'm not going to have to pay an extra $60 to do it.
What about the PS5?
I'm also going to have a PS5.
You could play 4K 60 FPS Destiny on a PS5 in your living room and have your gaming PC in your office.
But there's no Game Pass on PS5.
No, there's not.
There is not.
So you gonna buy another $400 or $500 console just for that?
I mean, I know I'm gonna get an Xbox, and I might as well get it at launch. As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
There'll be a price cut in 2 years, right? Am I gonna wait 2 years? Probably not.
Probably not.
So I might as well get it at launch.
I can't afford all of this.
Yeah, I'm looking at the PS5 because I'm also thinking about the 3080, the RTX 3080 for the PC. I definitely
definitely getting that too.
I definitely want that upgrade on my main gaming machine, right?
Yeah.
But
have you heard the 3080 needs it has a new power cable?
No, really?
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's
boy.
I don't know if it's a rumor or if it's been proven now, but it appears that you're going to need a new power cable. The one that goes on the side.
Probably just an adapter from what you already have.
Oh. Are you gonna settle with an adapter, Tefty?
I do not plan on. Well, I might build a brand new rig. We'll see. Yeah,
7700's looking a little long in the tooth, my friend.
Oh, I definitely need to upgrade from that for sure. Yeah, but I'm waiting on that.
Yeah, that thing's still listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire records.
Yeah, and it does a great job at it too.
I am indeed.
Those are some great records.
They are.
I think I really do think that the Xbox 4, as Pryor puts it, is going to be one of the best values out there if you don't have any current gaming rig technology. Yeah. I really do. Like, I know Sony's going to release some fantastic exclusives. But there is the argument that you could technically wait for the price drop down the road for that, because they're usually single player games and you don't have to play in right away if you need to wait or if you're on a budget. So you could technically wait for like a PS5 price drop 2 years down the road with the new whatever, and then play all those great games that have come out, all while you've been playing the Game Pass games on Xbox. And a lot of stuff you probably would have been like, I don't know if I want to check this out, but it's basically included, or it's included in the past, so I could just check out this new game that I would have passed. Instead, it's like, this is actually
the
really
smart
cool game.
Money is never on buying these things at launch. It's always better to wait for a hardware revisions, because always the first ones break the most, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also wait for a price drop or like special awesome editions, we've seen that with consoles too. Is like they create all these cool special editions with colors and game titles plastered on the side and stuff like that. A lot of them are cool. It's never a good idea to buy them at launch unless you're Briar. Really warm. Yeah, unless you're an early adopter and you're willing to do that.
He's got to have something for his living room
this year.
What are you going to do in your living room without a brand new Xbox 4?
I don't know, man. I can't even think of a world where I don't have an Xbox 4.
So back to Destiny. I am very excited over 4K 60 FPS on consoles.
Yeah.
Very excited. I want to see gameplay so I can verify what type of field of view we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the thing that's still up in the air and people are wanting to hear about. Just let us know. Just let us know now so we can come to terms with it. We can mourn or we can celebrate.
Do you think Bungie knows already? Do you think they know what the field of view is, or do you think they're still dialing that in?
I hope they know. And I hope it's like 100.
Yeah? That seems aggressive.
You need to be aggressive. 100. Come on.
Would you rather have 100 with frame rate issues or 90 with perfectly smooth 60?
I'll take 90.
Yeah, me too.
I'm putting the bar high so I can settle lower. If I start putting it at 90, and then they're like, "Well, how about 80?" and I'm gonna be like,
"How about 110, motherfucker?"
I feel like it's not gonna change.
Oh, that would be so heartbreaking.
You think so? That would be heartbreaking.
That would.
I don't know. They haven't said anything, which concerns me because they came out with the 60 FPS really early. So I don't know if it's a case of them not knowing or they're just like, yeah, we'll tell them later.
I kind of feel like it's more of a hardcore gamer thing,
Yeah, it is.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, like
for sure.
Most people are gonna be like, field of view? What?
Why would I
you gotta be hardcore into Destiny to even like know what this conversation is, right?
Yeah.
Like nobody's playing Call of Duty saying like, man, this field of view is crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't hear this conversation in other communities. I only hear it in the Destiny community. It's only because people are comparing the console version with that really like spectacularly narrow field of view compared to the PC version where everybody just like slides it all the way.
But Call of Duty usually doesn't have like a super narrow field of view. Destiny is historically narrow.
Yeah,
because they're trying to eke everything out of the engine.
Destiny is very unique in that the console version is very different to the PC version.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why we hear about it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys run your field of view slider at?
Max.
I think it maxes out at 105.
105 is what it maxes. Yeah. Yeah. I usually do 105.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's been anywhere from like 102 to 105, but yeah, it's kind of weird when you go into third person mode. You get a little bit of a fisheye effect, but
God, it's so hard on console. The field of view, like when we did the challenge where we had to cap our frames at 30 FPS, it did not feel that bad. It wasn't that bad. It's the field of view. The field of view is bad. It's difficult. It makes me confused
like
and
lost. Toilet paper roll.
Mm-hmm. Makes you claustrophobic.
I get so lost. I don't know what's happening. I can't see. I'm blind. It's bad.
Yeah. So I'm hoping 100. I'll settle for 90. Anything less, I'm going to be like, you were the chosen one. Come on.
Yeah.
Because I really am looking forward to playing it on console and seeing if seeing how PvP feels on there.
Mm-hmm.
60 FPS PvP, trials on console. I mean, we know what's going on with the trials on PC. It's basically a shit show over there. So everybody's kind of the trials community's kind of moved back to console, right? Watts?
A lot have. Yeah, a lot of people who stream, especially of those who have been going back and forth to console, they're just like, I'm just playing console PvP. I'm not even gonna bother.
Or Stadia.
Yeah, it'll be awesome. All they need to do to make that experience be like the experience is if they could make to where they can mask IPs on console as well. And then you're set.
Yeah.
You're good to go.
That's kind of the only thing that we're waiting for now, right?
Yeah.
Well, unless the field of view is garbage.
But I mean, honestly, even if the field of view is the same as it is on the PS4 and Xbox One, people are going to still stay there because there's so much cheating going on the PC.
Sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to get, it's still going to be a better version of Destiny because it's going to be 4K 60. And 4K Destiny looks fantastic still.
It does.
Like the game, even though it's now a 3-year-old game, it still looks amazing at 4K, in motion. Like it just does. It's a good looking game.
Destiny is a beautiful game.
Yeah.
As was showcased at the Xbox event. And their flagship title that they're releasing looking pretty old.
Yeah. Halo
Infinite.
Halo's looking a little long in the tooth.
we're gonna have that discussion on Monday with SideQuest. So
you guys have at least a few days to wait to be angry at us.
Yeah. If you want to hear us dig into that, it's going to be our SideQuest edition, talking about the Xbox games that were showed on there. But yeah, I mean, Destiny is just, it's beautiful. Bungie knows how to craft a beautiful looking video game.
Yeah, I play it often at 4K 60 FPS now on my TV in my office that you see behind me a lot, because I just run an HDMI cable across the room, and I'll just lean back with my feet up in the air with a controller, and I'll play a little Destiny, and it's 4K 60 FPS Destiny is amazing, especially with a controller. I can't wait till that's a reality on consoles. That's amazing.
Yeah. I really don't see there's any reason for them not to be able to max out those visuals and have a decent field of view. I really don't think there's a reason for them to stay at like 75. Yeah. 75 is very low, and it makes people nauseous.
Considering it's a game that was playable on Xbox One and PS4, you'd think that they could go pretty hard on it. Like, even if they had to go do one of those like checkerboard rendering tricks to get the 4K with the higher field of view, I would happily give up the true native 4K to get a wider field of view.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
I don't want to lose the 60 FPS. Definitely. I want to keep the 60 FPS and I want a wider field of view. I'm happy to give up native 4K. Because frankly, once you're like 10 feet away from a television anyway, you can't tell if it's native 4K or 1800p, or I can't anyway.
Yeah.
If I'm pixel peeking, from 2 inches away from a 4K screen, sure, I can tell, but, from a regular viewing distance.
You don't play Destiny 10 inches away from a 70-inch monitor?
No, but I once played it in VR on a VR headset, and that was a shit show. That was a vomitorium.
Oh, man.
That's like playing on IMAX, except it's only like an inch away from your eyeball.
So yeah, more Stasis stuff being revealed. It looks badass. The only problem, the only problem with today's reveal is that we're gonna have to wait till November. God.
Yeah. I want to read the fact that they put out about the new Game Pass stuff real quick.
Oh, let's have it. Yeah.
Okay, so does this partnership with Xbox mean Destiny 2 content is launching on Xbox first? They say all content on Destiny remains available to all players on any platform and is going to be available at the same time. There are no content exclusives on any platform. So I know when Destiny, there were rumors that Destiny was getting pretty close with Microsoft there, and people were wondering if it's going to be a similar kind of thing to the deal they had with Sony for Destiny 1. No, it's just coming to Game Pass.
Yeah, there we go.
Is the seasonal content included as part of the Game Pass? We already went over this. No. With an active Xbox Game Pass subscription, players will have access to the standard edition of the Forsaken and Shadowkeep expansions beginning in September 2020, and the standard edition of Beyond Light expansion beginning in November 10th. So this is actually coming in September.
Yeah.
To Game Pass. I didn't realize that. I thought it was coming in November.
All of the current Destiny 2 expansions, you'll have access, or, Shadowkeep and all that access this September if you haven't already done that stuff on Xbox.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I don't own the game on my current Xbox.
Casual. My God.
That's true.
Same actually. Same for me too.
What happens if I've already pre-ordered Beyond Light on Xbox? Those Xbox Games Pass subscribers who purchase any edition of Beyond Light still have access to the expansion and its associated content in Beyond Light if Beyond Light leaves Game Pass or their Game Pass subscription expires.
Yeah.
That is an important note. This could go away at any time. Games have left Game Pass for sure.
True.
I've heard good things about how developers feel about their game going on Game Pass. They feel like it's a good it's a good value for them, but it maybe Bungie in a year feels like not worth,
or maybe
then they may pull it.
Maybe Microsoft pulls a Mixer and is like, whoop, gone.
Yeah, that could be.
I don't see them pulling the Mixer on Game Pass. Game Pass already has 10 million subscribers, which they said that in today's,
really good.
which is amazing. 10 million?
Yeah.
Think about that. Like
That's a big number.
Yeah, that's crazy. So it's
Game Pass is a moneymaker for them for sure.
And it's going to continue to like grow and be a moneymaker. Being on PC and Xbox, that's crazy.
What will happen to my expansion when and if Destiny 2 leaves Game Pass? Players who have access to Destiny 2 expansions while they have an active Game Pass subscription. If Destiny 2 expansions leave Game Pass, players will need to purchase the expansion to continue playing expansion content. Are the Beyond Light pre-order bonuses available via Xbox Game Pass? No. In order to get access to pre-order items and digital bonuses, you need to purchase Beyond Light. Isn't there an exotic weapon that's part of a pre-order bonus?
Yep. It's in the I think in the TWAB they went through it. Was it in the TWAB or was it somewhere else? It was somewhere else, but you get the no time to explain.
So here's what they've just done to me. They forced me to buy the PlayStation 5 version, so I get the exclusive content, and then play the game on Game Pass on PC and Xbox.
Well, it's probably not going to be available on PC until like 2021 or something like that.
Oh, so we're gonna buy it on PC.
You buy the Steam edition, and the PS4 edition.
Are you guys gonna buy any of the special editions this year?
I don't know,
like the ones with all the goodies, because there's no disc version this year, right? Like there's no physical copy of the disc to buy this year, but you can buy a digital copy that comes with a bunch of like kind of goodies, like that spaceship, the Dorito ship, and the other stuff.
It is pretty cool.
I kind of want it, but
yeah, I kind of want it.
It's like, yeah.
The Stranger edition was really good. Like that statue looks really good. That one I definitely want. She looks so badass.
I'm on the fence. It'd be great and just put it right here on the top of my PC in the background. Just a little statue.
That would be perfect.
Be pretty cool.
Put it inside the PC.
Whoa, Briar. On a new PC that I'm about to build. Damn. Now you're talking. Think of the RGB.
What happens to my current Xbox Destiny expansion? Destiny 2 and associated expansions will continue to work as normal outside of Game Pass.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Did they mention like crossplay with Game Pass PC people and Steam?
I don't see anything about here, but if Game Pass for Steam isn't coming out to 2021, they might not have figured that stuff out yet.
That's true.
Well, actually, I'm assuming that's what maybe the reason why they're waiting is because they have to get all that stuff working. Like I'd imagine if they do bring it to say Microsoft Store while they're still on Steam and maybe even the Epic Store, that's pure speculation on my part. Nothing official about that. But let's say if they did do that, I imagine that's a similar ecosystem of crossplay. So maybe they said crossplay like 2021, potentially crossplay 2021. Yeah. So if that ends up happening, then I think that's part of the groundwork that they're laying to make crossplay a reality for the game.
Game Pass players and Steam players better be able to play together, because splitting that community up is going to be really hard for PC players.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, there's already 4 silos of players for Destiny. There's Stadia players, there's PC players, there's PlayStation players, and there's Xbox players. Another silo just for the PC players. That would be rough.
Yeah, I'm hoping, because I mean we know that they want to do crossplay in general, right? So I'm just really hoping that when the new consoles are out, we can actually get some movement on that to have it actually happen. Because crossplay with Destiny would be phenomenal.
Yes.
Yeah,
it would be.
They cannot do PvP crossplay, including PC, until they fix cheating, though.
Yeah.
Or you just have opt-in, opt-out kind of thing.
Yeah.
Opt-in for cheaters. Opt-out.
No.
I'm going to opt out cheaters.
All the console players are like, no, thank you.
Yeah. Them scumbags over there on Steam. Yeah, because right now, the console has become a sort of safe haven for PvP players, but if crossplay is mandatory, then everybody's going to be subject to the cheating on PC.
Or maybe you just won't see them that often because you'll be playing with way more people.
That could be.
That's a possibility.
You
Yeah.
just won't notice.
Maybe they're gonna sneak in some crazy anti-cheat with Beyond Light.
Maybe that's what the delay is for.
Maybe that's why they're using stasis. It freezes cheats. It
Or
anti-cheats via cold.
they gave everyone an instant wall, so you can just hide from the aimbotters. Perfect.
Nice.
Maybe stasis, the color of the ice, blocks the aimbot.
Interesting.
Maybe they're gonna send somebody out to everybody's house who's a cheater and shoot them.
Wow. Club them. They're gonna have a club and just be like, "It's what you get for cheating."
Whoa. Whoa there.
I don't know. They probably won't do that. It just seems like it might be frowned upon.
What if the cheaters get super crafty with this stuff and start throwing out constant wall nades? Just be like wall nade, wall nade, wall nade, wall nade, wall nade, wall nade, wall nade. What do you think? Oh,
Then they
or
can't shoot me.
you know how they have that thing where people can start suddenly lighting on fire from a cheat? You spawn in and suddenly you're on fire from a nade. What if they hack that so you can they automatically freeze anybody that's on the opposite team? Man,
That's gonna be
I apologize for this doom and gloom.
I'm sure they'll get working on that right away.
Thanks for the ideas, Tefty. Someone out there is writing it down.
They're
Creating
like,
it right now.
and then what happened? Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, hopefully they get that fixed because it's a huge problem on PC. Well, maybe it's not a huge problem, but the psychological effect of it happening is enough to cast a very intense shroud on the population.
Yeah. I hope Bungie, someone's out there working away, making the best fake cheat that can possibly happen that just like locks you out of your computer and calls the FBI and the FBI turns up something. Kind of like, yeah, it's the best cheat ever. These reviews, oh my God, so good cheat. Very, very good. And then just completely kicks you out of the game.
It sends electroshocks through your keyboard to cheaters.
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay. A cable that
burns up your computer, sets it on fire.
Yeah.
And it burns your house down. And everybody
and your mom is like,
of it.
What happened?
Wow.
Oh.
This got intense, man.
You shouldn't have been cheating.
I was just thinking of some ransomware. God damn.
These fake cheats are getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Is there anything in the TWAB that we want to go over?
I don't think there was really much. They kind of just obviously showed the trailer. They went into there is something that's worth noting. So there's going to be a developer deep dive on the Prophecy Dungeon.
Ooh.
So that's going to be on their Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Bungie, and that is Tuesday, July 28th at 10 a.m. Pacific.
I will be setting a reminder to watch that. Those are always fun to watch.
Yeah,
they are. I really like them. Especially the Prophecy Dungeon is such a beautiful space that having a deep dive into how that was created and what the inspiration was and stuff would be really, really cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
I'm excited. So that was worth noting. They did talk about beavers. There was a whole thing with beavers recently.
Man, I put a lot of thought into beaver for myself.
It was really interesting. So we can read it. I'll just read it, sure.
Yeah.
All right, you go read it.
So the Destiny dev team. So this past week, Valve identified hardware configuration issues with 4 relays in their Chicago, Virginia, Stockholm, and Dubai data centers. So this is really interesting, right? Because I, on the West Coast, didn't really have any beaver problems. Erica was like, I was pretty fine. I was chilling.
Yeah.
But a lot of the people who I knew who are on the East Coast definitely were having problems, or in Chicago were having problems with beaver errors.
We just assumed Briar's internet was bad.
Just assumed. But yeah, this
is bad though.
It was specifically Valve's hardware configuration with their 4 relays. So in each case, the affected relay was unable to send traffic to one other relay in the same data center. If a connection to a peer went through both of those relays, then it would drop. Valve has fixed the configuration issues, and we've confirmed that the rate of disconnections in the affected areas have been reduced significantly.
All right.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Because I was
that's
getting
crazy.
really frustrated. I was not playing PvP at all anymore because I constantly was getting kicked off.
Yeah, so they even say that these changes have reduced Beaver error code significantly, with players in the central and eastern United States of America being impacted the most. So there you go. If you were in the mid or the east and you were having error codes, hopefully,
The Beast Coast, we like to call it.
The Beast Coast.
does anyone call it that, Brian?
I do.
The Beast Coast.
Sometimes if I get my wife drunk, she'll call it that too. Mostly not.
Oh man.
So there you go. That was really interesting to hear, because I heard some rumblings of it and people were like, "Oh, that's why, I'm on the East Coast and I keep getting beavers." And I'm like, "What is going on?" But yeah, it was an actual thing. So when you were saying that you had a bunch of error codes, and I was like, "Their internet probably just sucks." Sorry,
Their internet's garbage. Good.
Which is also true.
That's got to be so frustrating, like you're at the whim of the data center, and like with Destiny, you just don't know. Like it could be some crazy configuration in your modem that's having issues.
Well, remember a long time ago, there was an issue if you had two people playing Destiny at the same time in the same house. There was an issue.
I had that issue all the time. Yeah, but this was a specifically Valve thing, so thank goodness they managed to fix it.
Yeah, goes to show you, Destiny is an extremely complex networking application, and I don't know why they just don't control copy, control paste on the majority of the stuff to fix all this. Weird, right?
Maybe they don't know about the control key. Maybe you should send them an email, Taffy.
Maybe they're all in Macs. They keep holding command. They're like, we always command C, command V. This doesn't. Solved it, guys.
The only other thing, really, so they talked about the Destiny official cookbook. So that's a thing that you can get if you guys want to make some Destiny-inspired recipes. They also gave a behind-the-scenes look at the whole cookbook, which was really interesting. It's quite a long thing.
I haven't bought this book, but I'm close. I'm close to buying the Destiny cookbook.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went.
I think I'll buy it for my wife for Christmas. 2 birds with 1 stone kind of thing,
So the cookbook is a thing, and Twitch Prime is getting some new rewards. So if you are an active Prime subscriber member, you can get the Tractor Cannon exotic weapon, the Machinist Trove, which is the exotic weapon ornament for Tractor Cannon, Shadow Trespass, which is an exotic ship, and Cavalcade, which is a legendary sparrow. So there
Shadow
you go.
Trespass. How did we get that originally? Was that a random drop? I think we had to
Trespasser
specific for it.
Trespasser was.
Oh, okay.
Trespass.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
It looks like a ship that we've already got.
My bad. Yeah, I was thinking of the gun Trespasser.
Trespasser? Well, that was. Can you imagine? It's the only way that you can get Trespasser in D2. Oh Lord.
That was wow.
If you want to make it to where if you give 2 subs and you get Trespasser, though.
Glad's gonna break another record.
You'll see nothing but Destiny creators at the top subscription list of Twitch.
Yeah.
You're like, what is it about these Destiny creators? Their sub counts. My God.
These Destiny people are nuts. But yeah, that is about it. Just movie of the weeks. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Do you want to do Twitter questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
It was definitely an exciting week, but it's also kind of Grandmasters came out also. If you were
they did,
that,
wasn't the first completion 8 hours or something to complete it?
Oof. Really?
All I know is Glad and his team took like 8 hours for their first completion. I think that's what it was, because it's the Corrupted Strike, which is everyone's favorite Nightfall.
Oh, you know what we did? So in the trailer, we got to see some of the new-ish bad guys, right? Because we saw that there were followers that definitely look different. So the thing that's pretty much confirming it, I know people were talking about, do you think we'll get a new enemy race or whatever? But these look like, frozen, freezy fallen.
Frosty Fallen.
Frosty Fallen.
Frosted Fallens. Are you looking for a new breakfast This fall, Frosted Fallen.
But they look really cool. I don't know.
I like that.
Obviously,
I like that
what
miniature
abilities
mech
they'll
suit type of thing. Almost like a miniature Scourge of the Past type of thing.
Yeah, but like smaller versions, kind of
Baby
attacking.
Scourge.
That would be amazing if we could have those. I mean, we saw them in the trailer, but those being around are really cool. If these new Fallen have these mechs.
Yeah, I like
I'm
that.
down for that.
My only thing about Destiny enemies that I'd love to see in the future, which is something that they started in D1 and then kind of just dropped, was that idea of breaking off pieces like the spider tank. When I first saw that, and you broke off pieces of the spider tank, I was like, yo, this is crazy. Destiny is going places, man. And then it just kind of felt like they dropped that idea. Maybe it was just too much to make happen on the different environments. But I'd love to see them do stuff with that further. Like if these little mini mech suits got blown, like parts blown off to then kill the guy that's in it, I'd love to see stuff like that in Destiny.
Yeah, I think. I'm super happy with where things are going with Stasis. I think I hope, because for me it definitely has. It's kind of shown me where Bungie is going with Destiny. Having this, crowd control stuff, being able to change the environment is something that I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
Did anybody else see that Halo trailer and see the main bad guy and think Gaul like right away?
I mean, sorry. When I saw Gaul, I always kind of
Gary.
Oh, Gary, yeah. When I saw Gaul, I always thought of the brutes. I was like, kind of brutish.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know. His manners reminded me of Gary in a big way.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's do Twitter questions.
Let's do it. Yeah, I'm excited. Stasis looks friggin' dope.
Yes,
I'm very excited about it.
Jay Cooper says, I know I've asked a lot of questions tonight and that this may be asked a lot. So if it's already answered, ignore me. But I want your honest opinions on Destiny 2 and Beyond Light coming to Game Pass. Would you still buy the expansion in case it leaves Game Pass?
So we kind of talked about that quite a bit. So time to move on.
Would you guys buy the expansion though?
I'm only going to buy the expansion if I have to.
Yeah,
I'm going to pre-order.
Yeah, like if I can play it on PC, then great. But if not, then I'm just going to buy it on Steam.
Yeah, I'm going to pre-order on Steam for the exclusives. Like the pre-order bonuses and stuff like that. But for other platforms, well, I'll probably pre-order on PS4 as well because I want it, or PS5 because I want on that. But yeah. I mean, with Game Pass, it's like if you have to buy it, then buy it. But for the time being, don't worry about it.
Yeah, you might as yeah. If you get some notification where it's like, oh, it's leaving, then of course you can go buy it. But I don't think you need to pre-buy it if it's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
And that's where you're gonna be playing.
Yeah.
It's sad they're not doing those steel boxes anymore.
The steel boxes
like
were nice.
The rays were like kind of going out and like they connected between Destiny 1 and Destiny 2. So I was always hoping like there'd be like
more rays.
Yeah. I'm less likely to buy especially special editions if they don't come with a physical copy of the game. Lord Bira says, what areas do you think we will be able to access with the new Hunter platform maker? Example, exploration in areas like we did in Black Garden when players went outside.
Yeah. Like we were talking about that. Imagine how much extra testing they're going to have to do now that you can have almost near infinite verticality.
Yeah, and there's no amount of testing that can be done because, how many people can you hire to do testing compared to how many people are going to fuck with this game endlessly once it's out? So we're going to, people are going to find ways to break the game and then Bungie's going to fix it.
Exactly. Yeah.
The secret is to find the YouTuber who made the video about how to break it faster than Bungie can fix it.
Precisely.
ZZ Junior 82 says, will Warlocks be throwing yellow snow cones come November?
Seems like they're picking up a staff and truly embracing being a wizard.
Yeah. I don't think they'll have any yellow snow because that's a different subclass.
We haven't seen that
is
yet.
A different subclass.
Because what if they, a hunter lays a little ice thing on the ground, an AoE, and the warlock walks up, drops a pool, and then it tinges yellow.
Mm.
There it
Mhm.
is.
We did see a Nova Bomb get thrown at a Freezy Pops, and there was big explosions. So who knows what happens with the people?
The Freezy Pops and the people. What's gonna happen?
Matt Carlson says, "How do you think the transmog system will work? I'm filling my vault with gear I like the look of, but I have no idea if it's pointless or not."
Well, that's the thing. So we don't know. So I think it's smart to kind of hold on to the stuff that you like the look of just in case, because you do not want to be in a situation of regretting that you got rid of it. So if you can't get it from collections, just keep holding on to it. If you can get it from collections, then you're probably safe, right? Because you can pull it from collections.
Yeah, because you don't care about the stats anyway, right?
Yeah.
This conversation gives me so much anxiety.
I'm with you. My
I'm
vault
like-
is completely full.
I'm like, I just have to start deleting stuff because my vault's full. But there's some things I really like the look of. But I'm like, well, I'm not gonna go clean this right now. I'm gonna save it for later.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't like deleting stuff. I just don't like doing it.
Yeah.
So I have like 8 hard disks in my computer.
Filled up a hard drive, did you? Time to buy another one.
Doughboy says, if we were to get a Destiny 3 or any other Destiny game, would you rather have it be set to an earlier timeline in Destiny or play exclusively as a Fallen? Maybe during the Fallen's golden age.
That sounds like a fun game.
Single player game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
would be
so-
actually dope, is to get like an offshoot, like a
Yeah.
side story single player game.
That's what I was gonna say.
I
I
would play
think
the shit out of that.
you know, if we keep Destiny 2 as just being like the place where you play the MMORPG, the FPS experience, but then if they had like just single player story games that come out to go and look at all these different time periods throughout Destiny, that would be great. I would love that.
Yeah. That'd be
I
cool.
would love that.
I think it's highly doubtful that we'll ever get a
Highly doubtful.
side story though. Like thinking about it, like unless Bungie developed it themselves, which is, it seems like a lot to take on. Is like we already know there's another game at Bungie, right? They're doing something else over there.
Yeah.
And we know historically they don't like giving their IP to other studios, like Halo Wars or something in that style. So it's not likely, but it would be dope if that happened. I'd love to play a single player like Destiny side story, like
Yeah.
Saint 14 or something, you know.
That'd be cool.
Doughboy says, if we were to get Destiny 3 or never mind. Nicholas Praz says, how tilted do you think people will become over being frozen in the Crucible?
Oh.
Very tilted.
Very, very tilted.
Definitely. They're
How
gonna
much is the
I can-
maximum? What's the maximum tilt?
break your controller, snap the disc in half, tilt,
Ooh,
You know,
there's
I'm
no
gonna
disc.
say,
snap the
I'm
console in
gonna
half.
say that the more and more we go RPG, the more upset PvP players are gonna be, because the
Mhm.
less balanced PvP is going to be.
I bet
Because
you're
the
right
more
about
you
that.
add things that are crazy and change the environment and control and crowd control, people are gonna get mad.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be fun, maybe.
I think it's gonna be fun. And then when you start
I
getting
think it'll be
salty, time to go play strikes.
There you go.
Reginald says, with Varix being a prisoner of Aramis and him now being a Kel, do you think we'll have a strike against him since he started the prison break in Forsaken that led to killing Cade, or a strike to having to free him?
Wow.
I mean, I'd love something like that. That would be cool. To revisit Varix. He's been gone for a while from our kind of world. So that would be real nice. I would like that.
Yeah,
If
he's
they
a
bring
cool-
Varix back too, I want Patrick to voice him.
Yes.
Yes.
Didn't we talk?
Or they do like an imposter, a Varix imposter, and Patrick voices that.
Yes, that'd be amazing.
Maybe he comes back and he's a frosty fallen. And we're like, what happened to you,
yeah.
Varix?
A fallen pop.
Didn't we talk about this last week about how the lore says that he betrayed? He unlocked all the.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd love to see his storyline either finalized or continued in some fashion, because he's always a fascinating character.
He is.
Yeah.
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 He's a bad guy.
Fricado says, we just saw a new ability that allows us to create an ice platform. What do you think of these new types of mechanics being introduced into the game? Or do you think it's just a crutch for warlocks that have trouble floofing?
Nailed it.
Yes. There you go.
That's the
You're
root
like,
of the
oh
issue right
man,
there.
all them warlock mains are complaining. Better give them the platform.
Gotta give
And
them
hunters are gonna be like, all right, I'll come back and give you a platform. Jeez. Oh, that's gonna be great. Oh yeah. Hunters are gonna be in control.
Yes. Warlock's gonna be crutching on them hunters.
That's the support role for hunters. Helping warlocks through the jumping puzzle.
Yep.
Yo, what
Jay
if
Cooper says,
what if there's like an exotic that extends the time or makes it so like the platform never goes away until you step off of it? For your
or it just dissolves under a warlock's feet?
yes.
What
I would
if
use
this-
an exotic slot on that.
That's true. Especially if Fran's on a warlock.
Oh, definitely.
You panic. Oh, I'd love to see some Fran panic. It's the best.
Yeah,
The
that's
best,
usually
yeah.
pretty good. Jay Cooper says, what do you think of having an exotic class item like the faction ones in Destiny 1, but for Crucible Strikes and Gambit?
Like the faction one and Crucible. Oh, the exotic class items?
Items? Yeah.
Oh, so they would just like look different, basically, right?
Was that where you hit
I think
100?
that's all they did, right?
Was it where you hit level 100? You got like was that what it was? I don't remember actually.
I remember having a Future War Cult cape or something.
Yeah.
But
I think it might have been random. And it was like
random?
introduced late in the game. Because I remember people were hitting faction level 100 before there was a reward for it.
Chronobon said it's level 50 for the exotic class item. I remember there was a ship at level 100. And
Yeah?
the New Monarchy one looked dope.
It did look dope.
Yeah.
That was for hitting level 100?
Yeah. It was a grind. All of them had like cosmetics for that.
I mean, I'd be down if I can do a bunch of, Crucible or Gambit or Strikes and get something that shows that I have done a lot of that thing. I'm always for stuff like that.
Anything that rewards me for playing a game, I think, is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is one of the crux problem, or one of the problems with Destiny 2 and the way they set it up was they took away these cool things in D1, like these factions you could rank up. You could choose to rank up and get packages with and have things unlock after a certain amount of time. And that went away. And I really hope they bring that back so New Light players can experience the disdain for Dead Orbit. New Orbit. And the love for Future War Cult, for Lakshmi.
Future War Cult. Absolutely.
Yes.
Clifton Ampensah says, does the idea of a battle royale mode sound compelling?
No.
Battle Royale mode for Destiny?
For
Yeah.
Destiny.
That's just... It's going to be like, wow, they did that. And then people are going to get over it really quick and go play other Battle Royales.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the way that Destiny and Bungie, the sandbox feels. Shooting feels great. Movement feels fantastic. So I think that a BR would be fine, but I just don't want it. I don't want it.
The spaces that exist in Destiny aren't set up for it. They're too small. Like even like if you go like to a whole planet, when you think about how those planets are set up, is there's like loading points between different areas. So you couldn't actually use those. You have to create a new space for a battle royale, which would be a huge thing because I don't even know if the engine would support spaces that big in its current iteration. Like I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
The one thing though is I can imagine it being super cool to like, do your drop in like you would in a battle royale, and like the weapons you find are just random weapons from throughout the Destiny universe.
Yeah.
That is compelling to me.
That's
I will
compelling.
be honest.
So
Because
Division...
you have that wide variety of weaponry in Destiny.
Yeah.
Like it'd be so cool for a battle royale to have that wide a variety.
So I was going to say, Division Survival was an amazing experience. And you woke up in a safe house. It was also cool that they had like the blizzard going on. The blizzard was intense, so that kind of added to that feel.
Yeah.
Like you're in the middle of winter. But
the survival aspect of it was really cool.
Survival in Division 1 was very special. And I could technically see something like that in Destiny, but if they tried to mimic Destiny or shoehorn Destiny into like Apex or something like that right now, I don't think that would work at all.
Yeah, I don't know what like market research would say about like the popularity of BRs. I'm sure Fortnite and Player Unknowns are just super popular. But for me, my personal interest in BRs has really gone down. Like that game mode feels a little bit like a fad that I'm personally kind of getting over. Every once in a while I still like to jump in, but it doesn't have the staying power that I thought it would.
So what's the next fad, Briar? Let's predict.
Yeah. What is it?
Bust out the crystal
Crocs
ball.
with socks. I'm calling it right now.
The game?
I'm a trend maker.
Crocs with socks, the game.
Oh,
the
gaming,
video
gaming.
game. It's a type of game. It's where you match your Crocs to your socks. It's a fashion game.
I think imagine an RPG, we set it in the future, not too far in the future, like I'd say 57 years or so. And everybody can upgrade their bodies using
like an augment?
cybernetics.
Like an augment?
Yeah, an augment. Augment their bodies. I think that could be pretty cool.
Oh, nice. Would it be kind of have a certain style behind it?
Yeah, like kind of like a retro futuristic kind of thing, like a Blade Runner type thing.
No kidding, huh?
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
A lot of popped collars too. Lots of popped collars.
You know what? Actually, open world Souls-like experiences. That's the next wave. Lots of games are already putting it in their video games.
People like
Souls-like
open world
elements.
games. People like Soulsborne games.
Oh, look, just so happens that it's Elden Ring. Oh, weird. Okay.
Oh,
great.
Yeah.
Is Elden Ring an open world game?
It's been rumored to be, yes.
Oh,
okay, cool.
Open world Souls game. Yep.
The Great Macaulay says, I'm sorry, Garrett Macaulay. I don't know why I read that as the Great Macaulay. You know what? You're the Great Macaulay now. I was wondering, have any of y'all thought about Bungie changing or letting you manage your how charge melees work? Instead of just hitting melee to throw a knife, you could aim, then throw to the melee to throw. No aiming would result in a standard melee, no knife wasted. Was curious what y'all think.
I think Bungie takes a lot of pride and relishes the moment when somebody gets angry that they threw a knife instead of melee'd someone in Crucible. So I think that's why they keep it that way, because they're like, yes, another angry guardian. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like another button.
Please.
I get it on a controller because like you're already doing a lot with the controller in Destiny, but goddamn, I wish there was an extra button I could just assign on my keyboard to be like, here's the one for melee, here's the one for my, like super melee.
I'll literally be right in front of someone, and it's like, it's time to chuck a knife, and I'm like, why did you chuck a knife? You're supposed to stab.
Demetrius, yes, I agree with you. The Great Macaulay, though. Demetrius says, I think I've figured out the true reasoning beyond the Beyond Light delay. Bungie realized that if Mercury was getting vaulted, they couldn't bring back the Haunted Forest for Festival of the Lost. That also explains why they moved the event to this season.
Are you serious?
I think you nailed it, man. You couldn't do.
Are we memeing?
Yes.
Is he memeing though, or is he serious?
Yes,
I don't know.
He even
sure?
puts at the end of it in quotes troll post.
Okay, thank God.
I thought it was funny though.
I think he's onto something.
I think you might.
Absolutely.
This sounds like confirmation of a Destiny BR.
It could be
in the Infinite
open world Destiny BR.
They had to push the date back because they got to get the drops right. Perfect. Perfectly. You know, the
right.
drop.
You don't want too many hawk saws in there.
Yeah.
You want an even distribution of hawk saws.
Yep.
TPAT123 says, as someone who played very little Destiny 1 and mainly played Destiny 2, do you think Destiny 1 would be worth going back and playing?
I think the raids are worth doing. Like, if it's possible for you to get a buddy's account or something to just go play a raid, I think that you should do that if you have the opportunity to. Just to experience the raids. The raids are really cool.
I think if someone hasn't played it before, I think it'd be worth it. The only one thing is not being able to vault over items or ledge grab could get pretty annoying, because that's a serious nicety that we take advantage of. And
it is.
you forget that Destiny 1 didn't have that. But yeah, I think it's probably worth it if you haven't played it before.
Going back
There
to
are
30
some really
FPS
cool
is going to kill you
story
too.
elements. You know, I
Oh,
find
wait.
it easier going back to D1 30 FPS than D2. I think probably because
Really?
it's the same game, right? So I'm
Yeah.
just comparing game to game.
Hmm.
Because it's like when I go from 240 FPS and then I go to a different console game that's 30 FPS. It's just it
Yeah.
doesn't hurt as bad.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's true.
There's a problem. They're gonna go to D1. They're gonna be able to get heavy ammo synth. They're gonna get hooked on heavy ammo synths.
Oh man.
Come back to D2
That's
and be like,
true.
"Where's my heavy ammo synths,
You know, they
man?"
give you the first one for free in Destiny 1 as well.
And then you're gonna be an addict
Mm.
for the rest of your life, craving that next heavy ammo synth hit.
I
Yep.
think it's probably worth it. Even if you don't like play a bunch of it, just to see, to drop into the Cosmodrome, I think is fun for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Just checking it out. Like, I don't know if it's worth putting 200 hours into, because obviously none of that progress carries forth into Destiny 2. But it might be worth checking out. And I think what Tefty said is right. Like, if you have a chance to go through the raids are super cool. And I don't think it would take a ton of grinding to get raid ready.
No, I think Watt said that, but yeah.
My bad.
Yes.
I've been really mad at Watts ever since she said she was going to barbecue me 3 years ago.
Yeah. It does happen every day.
Briar, well, you're delicious. Come on.
Maybe we should get a t-shirt of barbecue bar. Not like an actual barbecued bar. A very kid-friendly barbecue bar.
Yeah, it's like that one episode of Seinfeld when Kramer looked
When
back.
George was on the on the spit.
Oh yeah, no, that's what it was. Yeah, George was on this. Yeah, and Kramer was like, ah.
Maybe that's what we need.
I think it should be like Watts's like barbecue shack, and just like don't even mention my name. Just put like the picture of like the barbecue is just got my face on it. Or something like that. Killdozer says, do you think Bungie reissuing guns with the same perks and stats as their original Gnawing Hunger, or as an example, Gnawing Hunger, is an example of Bungie's preparations for sunsetting, or is this going to be the new norm going forward? How do you feel about regrinding a gun / god roll on a gun you already own?
Depressing.
I would definitely prefer it when they brought back guns. So in my ideal world, if say we're going to bring back guns, that's just what it is. The way that I'd like to see it be done is that they're gone for 2 seasons would be fine with me. But when they're brought back, they do have a different perk pool, or they just have additional perks in their perk pool. So that way you can look for new and interesting combinations on a gun that you've had before. Because maybe there's a better role now. Maybe there's something you want to try out. So yeah, I would definitely prefer if they took it away, brought it back, and gave us new perks on it.
That's my hope, is that if they do give us the same gun, that like there is a new fresh pool that you're going to be interested in exploring on there. But like, man, I'm very worried that it's like, we took the gun away, a year later we bring it back, and now you want the same role because that is the best in there. It's like, oh,
you're just looking to regrind the role you already had or something equivalent to it.
Like, that's going to cause a lot of fatigue for players if they do that. So
yeah. Jay Cooper says, do you think they have delayed Beyond Light to make sure a system similar to the Umbral decoder is in the next season? They realized it was just that good and players loved it. They went, well, shit, Deej. Love they went. I'm not sure what that last little part means, but
I go down the decoder and set that up. Well, goddamn.
Are we trolling again?
I don't think so. I think he generally is impressed with the Umbral decoder system. Which
the Umbral decoder
too.
system is fantastic. I do not think that's a reason to completely delay everything, change all of the announcements. No.
There's no way that they would they'd be like, oh, we need to halt all development because the decoder's working so much. If anything, they're thinking 2 seasons in the future, they could adapt what they learned from that to apply it into next year's releases.
I think the most likely reason for a delay is the fact that there is a pandemic, and I wouldn't look too much deeper into it than that.
What? Is a pandemic?
But from now on, well, shit, Deej should be in everybody's general.
That's our new DCP shirt.
Well, shit, Deej. I mean, you can use it for everything.
You could use it for everything. You could say if he's wearing a fancy tie, he's got a new suit.
Well, shit, Deej.
Exactly.
New shoes. Well, shit.
If you're watching the show right now, definitely don't tweet at Deej. Well, shit.
Well,
Deej.
shit, Deej.
Definitely
And
don't do
just
that.
like that.
That'd be
Deej was
bad,
canceled.
right?
You may never see DCP involved with Bungie ever again.
For the 6th time.
That's
Magic.
the episode title right there.
Yeah, right. Not name it that, but it might be in the art. Magic says, assuming you can stomach 60 FPS, what else is needed to get you guys back to playing on consoles with the rest of us poor folks? X amount of field of view, capture software, mouse and keyboard support, anti-cheat protection. Anything else?
Field of view.
That's
Literally
the big one. That's the big one. Yep.
Yeah, for me, that's
Okay.
it. I mean, even without it, even if it, honestly, I'll be honest with you, even if it ships with the exact same field of view that's on the current gen systems, which I don't think it's going to have, but even if it does, I'm still going to play it on consoles because 60 FPS and 4K in my living room is going to be good, even if it's not as good as it, I hope for it to be. And I would like to play Trials of Osiris on consoles because I don't think it's a really good opportunity playing it on PC right now. Mouse and keyboard support would be nice. I don't see me really taking advantage of it too often.
Yeah. For me, it's definitely field of view because the drop from 144 to 60, it's like you will definitely notice it, especially if you've been playing on mouse and keyboard FPS. But the field of view is like, it affects it so much. It's like you feel claustrophobic when it's so narrow.
do. I feel constantly claustrophobic.
And frame rate matters to me less with a controller in my hands than it does with a mouse and keyboard as well.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is, but it's definitely affects me less. Grizzly THD says, since you can make platforms with grenades, it seems like, how do you think Bungie will implement it into the raid?
So thinking about this, what if this makes them make jumping puzzles way harder because now you can just attach to any wall?
Yes. I approve.
Yes.
If that subclass becomes, do you think they would make a raid that requires that subclass? Like a jumping puzzle that requires it?
Yeah. I do think they
Yeah.
would. Mm-hmm.
Especially right out the gate, I could see them doing it. Like, hey, you guys got new subclasses, use them.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yep.
Interesting. Definitely
Plus-
to get a secret chest. They'll definitely
Yeah.
put like a jumping puzzle, and to get there you need to get the secret chest, you have to have the grenade.
But somehow the speedrunners will figure out how to do it without it.
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple like weird launching things. You do something with your sword and jump at the right time. All of a sudden you go 100 miles an hour.
It'll take us 6 hours to get through it the first time. And the second time we do it on the following Monday, it'll take 20 minutes. Blink 148 says, anybody think hunters could get Blink back when Stasis comes out? Even though I'm a Warlock main and y'all truly hate us for half good reasoning,
Whoa.
I've loved the DCP crew ever since I found y'all in Forsaken. Please embrace something other than just stompies.
I don't wear stompies at all.
I never wear stompies.
These words bite.
For the record, I have extremely low playtime on stompies because I don't like the height of my jump being affected. And I also don't like floating so much like a goddamn warlock while I'm on a hunter.
You heard it here. Hunters that use stompies are secret warlocks.
They want to be warlocks, man.
I also do not hate warlocks. I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but I was
Day
actually
one?
a day one
Day
warlock.
one? No way.
Day one.
Triple?
Yeah.
Triple
I've kept
warlock?
it to myself. I'm a little embarrassed about that fact.
Why would you be embarrassed about it?
I don't know.
Is it the smell?
Yeah. Thank you for the kind words, Blink. Hunter says, it's the end of the Lightfall campaign. You must choose between light and dark, and it turns out Spacefish is the dark version of a ghost.
Space fish?
After choosing, you have to shoot and kill the companion for the other side. Spaceship is voiced by Gilbert Gottfried. Who do you choose?
It looks so cute, though. All floating.
Yeah.
It is very cute.
But that voice is not going to go well for like 100 hours of playtime.
I can always just, turn off the voices in the settings.
I would ideally like the ghost fish to be a very cute anime girl's voice. Ideally.
That's not an option here. It's Gilbert Gottfried.
Why don't you open the door?
I'm putting a bullet in that ghost.
I don't know if I could put a bullet in the ghost, though. That's so much history.
Goodbye.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm living with it.
With Gilbert
I
Gottfried.
don't think I can kill the ghost.
I
don't think I can do it.
I'm going for the ride. I'm seeing what kind of mischief can get into because of the shenanigans from the ghost.
You've gone into Act 2 in Ghost of Tsushima?
Mm-hmm.
Straw hats. That's all I'm saying.
Straw hats.
Okay.
Red says, how do you think they will go with the new subclass in terms of abilities and perks, as the new subclasses seem to be going back to how Destiny 1 trees worked? I think it's going to be kind of like how Destiny 1 trees work. I mean, I don't think there's much mystery here. They pretty much said it, right?
Set of columns. Yeah. You pick 3 to 4 different settings, and then you make your own power fantasy. You make your own ice fantasy.
It might look different, but I expect it to work pretty much the same.
Yeah, same.
Dustin Gooch says, after seeing this little bit of Stasis, I'm sorry, I put the word trials in there. It wasn't there. After seeing this little bit of Stasis gameplay in the Crucible, do you think that creating your own ice walls and freezing enemies will have a positive or negative response from the community?
I'm going to say, we're going to have to do something about mountaintop, because freezing and then mountaintopping people, I don't need to think about that.
What if they just made all grenade launchers heavy weapons?
What if they just deleted all of them?
They could just
all the grenade launchers?
They could make mountaintop have a 1 in 3 chances of exploding upon firing out of the barrel directly on you.
Oh, I like it. Like a jammed.
I like that idea.
Jammed barrel kind of thing. I love
it. People will be pissed. Next question.
Yeah, people are going to be mad no matter what, like especially the PvP community. So I expect them to have a negative response to everything.
Yeah. I feel like anybody who doesn't want anything to change and they can't stand the idea of sunsetting is going to be a little perturbed over the idea that people can freeze and summon walls in PvP.
Anon says, what race are you hoping for the new raid? I'm hoping for the House of Darkness Fallen.
I think actually, the story is Aramis, right? And she's the House of Darkness. So I don't know if they'd tie the raid into the story, because we're going to the Deepstone Crypt, right? So it might be something totally different. I don't know.
I want like a whole new exo race, dark exos that show up.
That would be dope. Not happening, but dope.
I know. It would be so cool, right?
I don't know. If we're going to the Deepstone Crypt, who would you expect to find there?
Dark exos, man. It's where the exos were born.
You're not wrong. Or maybe Vex. They're robots.
Vex. I could definitely see Vex there. I mean, Vex tie in with them pretty hard, right? But
I am a lore expert.
I know you are. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Vex. But I have no idea, really.
I'm going to go with... I would really like to see it be like a House of Darkness versus House of Light, and have that be something to do with the raid. Maybe the House of Light has gone into the Deepstone Crypt to steal all the exos for the light side. I don't know.
Maybe Vex is there.
He's just there. He's just there.
He's like, hey, guys.
Where you been?
We have drinks. Grab a solo cup. Ryan Dubai says, I'm sorry. Doughboy says, beside the Cosmodrome, what is the next Destiny 1 location you want back? Destiny 1 location that you want back?
Venus.
We got the moon back. We got Cosmodrome back, or it's coming back.
Yeah, Venus.
Venus.
Venus was a beautiful planet. And just, I remember when very early on going to Venus and you saw that there were chests in the trees. And I was like, that's awesome. I wonder what other secrets are in the trees.
And there's giant dragonflies floating around.
Yeah, that planet was really cool.
Yeah, also Asylum. Please, let's have Asylum back. It might play awful in D2 PvP, but man, I got memories and nostalgia. So, you know.
I got memories, so.
Nostalgia trumps it all, all right?
Ryan Dubai says, sorry, I was spacing out. Do you think the new supers / subclasses will have combined features like proc and detonation like Anthem?
So interestingly, now I don't know if they were just showing this off to just be like, hey, look, freezing people's cool. But they did show in the trailer a few times where someone, like the hunter froze a group of enemies and then the warlock Nova bombed. Or like freezing a group of enemies and then the Titan did a slam into the enemies. So maybe there's some interaction. I feel like no, though.
Yeah, my takeaway from that was that when you freeze things, it's just so convenient to then smash them with a super or something.
What if combining a dark subclass super with a light super does something? I don't know. Maybe it does something. Maybe it creates special
the
orbs.
dimmer on.
Maybe they're gonna
changes the weather.
Maybe they're gonna go deeper with this whole charge with light type of concept, and combining a dark and light super creates some sort of stack of something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Charged with
the dank.
Charged with dank.
Yes.
Better Giraffican says, which Destiny voice actor would you replace with Henry Cavill?
With Henry Cavill. Just the voice?
Yeah. Yeah. Just got to replace the voice actor with Henry Cavill.
Fenchurch.
Tess Eververse. And instead of Tess...
Yeah, but don't change the model.
No. Oh, yeah, that is funny, actually.
Fenchurch comes back to build you a PC.
Yeah, I was gonna say replace Tess.
Perfect timing
with
38 Ti's coming out.
Yeah, we replaced Tess with Henry Cavill building a PC back there in a tank top.
There you go.
Ishka says, "What will you guys do if Warlocks get the best new stasis super?"
They're not going to.
I would wake up from that nightmare. Easy.
Trud says, how long will it take for hunters to abuse the ice walls and get them nerfed?
I think it's already begun.
They're probably already tomorrow. They're putting out a patch like a month later that's nerfing walls. They're already prepared. They're like, we can't get it for release, but here's do strong.
In the next patch notes are going to be nerfing ice walls.
Yeah. Give it a month.
Sure. Georgia says, do you think the wall building ability will be able to do damage to enemies, or will it be used for verticality? I could see that playing interestingly in PvP, fire from above.
Really hope that there is a grab or like an impulse on lift, so almost like a boop effect if you're underneath the wall, so you can launch people.
I want that. That's what I want. That's what I want.
Oh, and then in patrols, you could finally boot people that are not on your fire team anymore.
So you could boot people with the thing, and then you could throw your freezy knives at them, freeze them in the air, and they just slowly fall to their death. That's what I want to do.
The absolute best thing about playing Vanilla Destiny 1 on a Warlock was that they had that was it called solar wind ability, where you could actually push fellow Guardians around.
Yes, you can.
Or bosses off the edge.
Glorious. Yeah, you could actually do that too. I think that's why they ended up taking that out. But oh my god, I used to love doing that. I used to love pushing other Guardians around, like when they were like, off on a pee break and we're in the middle of a raid, and I just push them off a ledge or something, or push them so that like any controller movement would automatically make them fall.
Yeah. It's pretty great.
Especially warlocks, because they couldn't like double jump to get back up.
Nope, they're screwed. When you're going down as a warlock, you are going down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's no getting up.
I hope that they do both. I hope it does damage and can be used for verticality. So like you could, you know, take out, you could use it, you know, maybe to block like a corridor and hurt anybody who's standing in that corridor and then jump over it to like access the next level or whatever.
Oh man, I just realized that there's probably going to be some architect deaths. People standing in it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Definitely.
Juan Carlos Rivera says in the lore, all can I use that? Does that mean like if you're standing there and I put one of those there, do you think it'd kill you?
Possibly, if it's
Let's hope so.
Shit.
so.
Yes.
So initially they're probably coding it so it doesn't do that, but guaranteed there's going to be some.
There's gonna be a way to.
I would like
out.
to announce my resignation from the DCP World's first team. Feel free to take my spot. I'm not dealing with Stasis Bride. I refuse.
Juan Carlos Rivera says, in the lore, all the classes have their own cliques and orders. Do you think there should be more subclass representation in class items in armor? Example, are super items dangling from marks, cloaks, bonds, or just our backs?
I like it.
Yeah, I kind of
Why
like
not?
that. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Zachary Richens says, what is your favorite fighting stance in Ghosts of Tsushima?
Ooh.
What's the one where he's like this?
Moon.
Is that Moon stance? The last stance.
I think that's Moon.
Because you just look so like, come on, I'm wide open, get me.
I like the one where he kind of does their Naruto run with the sword off to the side.
I don't know which one that is. The kicks are great.
Yeah, the kicks are really good.
The kick is fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's really good.
Moon stance is good for pictures.
Yeah,
sure is. You took some really good pictures today. Well, did you take those today or yesterday?
Yesterday. I took some good ones today. I think they're pretty good. I have some that I've taken that I can't post because spoilers. Feels bad.
Ooh, sure. Interesting.
I'm waiting a little bit. Although I'm pretty sure everyone in the world will finish the game before me. So
that's how I feel too, actually.
Ghost of New York says, I feel bad for the Master Chief. Halo looked underwhelming. Should we just recruit him to join us in the tower and take over as Titan Vanguard for Zavala? I'm up for that. Master Chief
sounds great.
Be the new Titan Vanguard.
Be pretty cool.
Why not?
Yeah. Does that mean new faction? Enemy faction? What? The Covenant? Why is there brutes? Okay, well, that's all right. New raid. We're doing this.
That would be the best new raid ever. All of a sudden, you just fly into a Halo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get like, wait a second.
That would be pretty dope. You're like, oh, shit.
That would be amazing. That would be really good.
You hear the music. Oh.
Oh. Now I want that.
Your guardian,
right?
That's when your guardian says, well, shit, Deej.
Shit, Deej. Ang Bangerang says, with the success of the Nintendo Switch, do you guys think it's a good time for Sony to bring back the PSP? Yes, they've had the Vita, but there wasn't as much support for it as there was for the PSP.
Yeah. PSP was a good console. I'm telling you.
Yeah, sure was.
It
Still is, actually. Like,
yeah.
You put homebrew on that thing, and it does a lot. Same with the Vita. Yeah.
Actually, no, I should try that. I think this space is really difficult for.
It is.
Like everybody has a ridiculously powerful console in their pockets now.
Yeah, that's being subsidized.
Yeah, or if you have an iPad, I mean, the power behind your modern phone and your tablet nowadays is insane. So
yeah,
it's like if they're going to go down that path, they have to make incredibly well written top tier software for it to make people interested, because that's why the Switch is successful. The software that's come out for it is great. It's fantastic. Like Breath of the Wild is amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you also got the dock, so you can play it on your TV without interruption. Like you can go from playing it portably, you get home, stick it in the dock, it's right up on your TV, no interruptions, no weirdness. Like the Switch just works so well for that kind of stuff.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
The PSP you could play on the TV, but it was weird. You had like this weird cable that stuck into the bottom of it, and then it only showed up in like this small frame on your TV, which was kind of weird.
Oh yeah, it's totally on your TV. Yeah, it's the same size that it is on the PSP.
Yeah.
The Vita never really felt like it got the software support it needed, but I don't feel like it sold initially well enough to support it. You know?
Yeah, it was kind of a weird time. It felt like a transition time
It
for
was
gaming.
expensive. Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's hard to like justify carrying around 2 devices.
Yeah. The other thing too is Nintendo dropped a home console and made a portable console that doubles as a home console. So they're not competing with some new like flagship Nintendo console. The Switch is their flagship, and it's also their portable device. They brought them in together, and it's been incredibly successful with that.
Yeah, and you'd have to go against the Switch, which is a juggernaut.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Switch the Switch has really put its place as just the portable console. I think it's going to be very difficult for anyone to combat that.
Yeah. Do you guys think of the
too
Switch as a portable console, or do you still think of it as
I think of it all around.
I think of it all around as well.
Yeah. I mean, I really like the PSP and I really like the Vita. And I honestly think that if you could find one used, they're both a good pickup because, like I said before, you can put homebrew on them and you can play a ton of games, Vita games, PSP games, Nintendo games, like all sorts of different games, like NES games, Atari Jaguar games, Neo Geo games. Like you can do all sorts of shit with them. I don't know though. I think Sony's pretty much come out and said that they're not going to do another portable too. Like that. Those days are over for them. I would buy it though if they did it.
Yeah.
But
I think it's just such a tough market right now. It's so difficult. Again, you can pair your PS4 controller with your iPhone or your iPad, and it plays phenomenally well. And there's actually some great games on those platforms nowadays that you can play with a controller.
Yeah. Well, you got Steam on there. I mean,
that's true. You could do that. Yeah.
Doughboy says, "Why haven't Xbox or PlayStation included back buttons as standard features by now?" I'm assuming it's patented by Scuf.
That's what I'm assuming too. Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's why Xbox partnered with Scuf for the Elite controller, and I think that's why PlayStation had to make a second peripheral to add them to the DualShock 4.
Yep. Looks like Scuf got in there real early and got the patent on it. Otherwise, Xbox, like you said, would have just made their own controller, right? They wouldn't have needed to work with Scuf on a controller.
Yeah.
Yeah. That patent's got to be going away by sometime soon now, right? Because Scuf's been around for a long time.
They have.
I mean, I was definitely using Scufs in the 360 era. The back buttons, like the paddles on the back.
Definitely.
Did patents expire like that short?
Yeah. I think it's like 7 years or something for most patents.
What? 20 years.
20 years? Oh, shit. I
had to Google it.
So maybe when we're dead.
Can't they re-extend a patent? Happen. Maybe not. I'm not obviously not a lawyer.
I'm not
copyright
practicing patent law. DCP, patent lawyers.
Spez says, "Is anyone else disappointed in the lack of barbecue Briar supers for Beyond Light?" No, nobody is. Everybody is super happy for the icy
That's
stasis.
Why I think we're gonna just make a DCP barbecue Briar t-shirt.
There, we filled a void.
So we can all embrace the beautiful barbecue Briar whenever we are. Whenever we are, wherever we are. I will send it to you for Christmas.
Shit. That's something I gotta talk to you guys about. Sam says the last video game you played has now crossed over with the last TV show or movie that you've watched. What abomination has been created?
So Ghost of Tsushima was the last one I played.
Okay.
The most recent show I watched was Fire Force.
Fire Force. I've never heard of this. Is this anime?
Yes. So Fire Force could be samurais. The show just got better. Samurai.
I think
with
adding samurais to any
powers.
show makes it better.
Always
That is
better.
true.
Yeah.
But what if they had fire powers? Telekinetic fire powers.
I would play that video game or watch that TV show.
Sounds
I'm
badass.
100% in.
I like this crossover.
Tafty, what's the last TV show that you watched?
So
The last
game
that you played?
Ghost Sushima, and then last episode or the most recent episode of Agents of Shield. So
Agents of Shield.
So they're
Agents of Samurai.
I think they're doing this weird time travel type of thing right now in the final season. So I'm assuming they would end up traveling to feudal Japan with Agents of Shield stuff, right? And become samurais. They all become samurais. Yeah.
I don't know. Apparently, I'm not a samurai anymore.
I don't think I'd watch that show actually.
Marvel's Agents of Samurai Shield.
All right, I'll check it out. I'll check out the first season.
You'd see the pilot for sure.
Check out the
right?
pilot.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch the pilot.
You definitely watch a pilot. It might go nowhere, you know.
The last TV show I watched is called *Halt and Catch Fire*, which is about like computer programmers and hardware guys, like the nerds in the 80s and 90s who are like, like building stuff like Compaq and
Bill Gates,
Netscape Navigator, that kind of stuff. And the last video game I played was Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo, which ironically came out during the time that the TV show takes place.
That sounds
so I don't think much changes.
good. Yeah.
It's just people playing Castlevania 4 in the time period that they are actually living in.
So this is a boring answer.
Yeah.
This is why you need a barbecue Briar t-shirt. Spice things up.
Sith Assassin says, emergency question, how spicy is too spicy? And how spicy would no, we're skipping the last end of that. How spicy
would Briar be? How spicy is Briar?
Briar seems pretty spicy.
I'm gonna go with 4 million Scovilles on Briar.
What is that? Is that like how hot is that? Is that like a real thing? 4 million?
I don't some ghost pepper something or no, I don't know. Carolina Reaper something somewhere in there.
I don't like things that burn. I like things that are spicy but still flavorful.
Aries would know.
Yeah,
he knows.
What I like.
Aries can drop some hints in chat about what pepper that is.
What is too spicy is when I'm eating and I'm like, I physically cannot keep eating the food because it is now just burning me and I don't taste anything.
It's making me sweat.
I'm uncomfortable.
So spicy that it's making
I need a
me
shower.
Sweat. Tomorrow I'm going to have issues.
So Carolina Reaper hot. Yeah.
That's 4 million?
Yeah, around 4 mil. Yeah.
There you go.
You're not even gonna be able to taste me.
Oh, that's a good point.
If you're gonna eat me, I'd at least like you to enjoy it.
Why would I not enjoy it?
4 million on the Scoville seems like a not enjoyable experience. It sounds more like a bet. Like you lost a bet, and now you got to eat me, and I'm too hot to handle. Too hot to eat. I burn your tongue hot.
So apparently, Big Cheese on the GCX stream ate a 6 million Scoville sauce and had to sign a waiver to buy it, and it melted the plastic spoon he ate it with.
It melted the spoon? What?
That's excessive.
It's not.
That is too spicy. We found it.
It's
That's
too spicy.
Wait, does like the hotter peppers actually melt stuff? There's a chemical reaction on there.
Yeah.
Because we're not talking about actual physical heat.
No, we're talking about like spicy heat.
Wow.
Wow.
That's too
yeah.
spicy.
Is that just acid? Did you just buy acid at that point? Potentially.
Like
Dear
Drano.
Lord.
It's so acidic that it actually melted some plastic. I don't think that's going to be good in the intestines. All right.
No, probably not.
Just saying.
Did he eat it straight, or did he like dilute it with like chicken or something?
I think it was just on the spoon.
Hugo Rune 79 says, I was once awarded the Kit Kat Award for Break of the Year after I accidentally broke someone else's leg. What is the best certificate that you've ever been awarded?
Oh, I think mine has to be when I graduated Robin Hood camp.
Okay.
Because
and the award?
I learned to shoot a bow and arrows real good. I made a craft.
What was the craft?
Yeah, what was the
I made it out of like barrels and it floated.
Oh, you made a raft?
A craft raft. It was a craft shop raft. A craft and raft. But my certificate said that I was very good at shooting bows. So, as you can tell.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Mastered archery.
That's possibly the most on-brand thing I've ever heard.
Oh, man.
That was great.
Robin
Robin Hood
is good at shooting shit.
Fun.
Oh, no kidding. Tafty, what's the best award you've ever gotten?
I don't know. Omaha Steaks or something?
That makes me happy too.
I can't think of any award that I've gotten that was unique or something.
In high school, my girlfriend was on the yearbook committee, and they were, you know how they do the awards in the yearbook, like most likely to succeed, most likely to be a politician, like that kind of stuff.
Were you most likely to be a criminal?
They had
Most
me in there
likely to
as
be
most likely to
delicious.
end up in jail. And the teacher who ran the yearbook committee made them change it. She wouldn't let them put it in there. I thought it was funny, and my
That's
girlfriend
hilarious.
thought it was hilarious. But they wouldn't let them keep it in. So I think I ended up with like strongest or some stupid shit. I thought it was great though. Most likely to end up in jail. Because every day you're not in jail, you're beating expectations. And that's,
Yeah, you're beating the odds.
Yeah. James Beller says, unrelated topic for my question. If Jimmy cracked corn and nobody cared, why is there a song about it? Well, I care, James. I care about Jimmy.
Me too.
I think Jimmy wanted to make sure people know that he cracked corn, but no one cared.
Yeah.
There you go.
So he wrote a song
Maybe
about
you
it.
don't care, James, but I care.
We all care.
See,
Jimmy cracked corn, and God damn it, I care.
what we didn't know was
Good
Jimmy
job.
was the one
Good
who
job,
wrote the
Jimmy.
song.
Does Jimmy didn't write the song. It's not autobiographical, is it?
I think it is.
Does anybody know another lyric to that song?
Yeah.
Jimmy cracked corn and I don't care. Jimmy cracked corn and I don't care. Is there another lyric to that
Apparently,
song?
it's written by Mill Mitchell and the gang.
The gang.
Is Jimmy in the gang?
Yeah. Is Mill
Definitely.
Jimmy?
Do we know? Do we know?
Maybe that the gang is like bank robbers and like they were sneaking in, like they were doing some B&E at night, and the corn was on the ground and he stepped on it and it cracked and made a noise, and they got caught and they were in prison, and they were mad at Jimmy because he got him into prison because he cracked the corn with his foot.
What exactly is cracking corn?
Is this a bad song?
Is this song actually racist?
Like, is it
Is
racist?
it about slavery?
Oh shit!
Oh,
is
maybe
it?
we don't like Jimmy.
It
or
could
his
be.
corn.
This could be one of those
Well,
things.
wait a minute.
It's definitely racist.
Oh shit! God damn it, James!
Well, James, Jesus.
Why would Jimmy write a song about that? Damn it.
Why does corn always have to be so racist?
Well,
I'm never going to Idaho again.
These are the hard-hitting facts that you learn here on DCP. Why, or learning about songs being racist, actually. Yeah.
so I was looking up the lyrics, and I was like, yeah, I don't know the lyrics. Well, the next lyric after Jimmy cracked corn and I don't care is "The Master's Gone Away." So I'm going to say that it's
Oh.
probably
Oh
racist.
god,
Yeah.
that's a major clue right there.
Yeah.
That's a big clue.
That's the
Maybe
one
this
right
is why
there.
I don't know the rest of the lyrics because
Could be.
Because you checked it off the list of like, well, we're going to ignore that song.
Just erase that one from history.
No.
that's a good idea.
The Mohican 9 says, based on your birthmark location is how you previously were killed. How did you die? I'll read that one again because you might have questions. You might be misunderstanding what I just said.
Is there a chart that says, like, if you have a birthmark on X body part, you died this way? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Is it like reading tea leaves?
I don't know. I don't know if it was like autocorrect. Like maybe it was supposed to be birth location, not birthmark location.
No, birthmark location, yeah.
Birthmark location is how you were previously killed. How'd you die?
Mine's on the back of my thigh. So what happened? I got...
Does everybody have a birthmark?
Does everybody have a birthmark?
Yeah,
Mine's like an inverted birthmark.
I don't think I have a birthmark.
Mine's an inverted one. It's lighter than my skin tone. It's weird.
Yeah,
Is that a birthmark?
I don't know. Are birthmarks racist?
Yeah, I don't. If I do have one, I'm unaware. Maybe it's in like
I don't know.
the
I don't
crack
even
of my
understand
ass.
the context of the question. To be honest with you.
Can you give us a follow up? Send us the chart.
Yeah.
I'm sure it exists.
We're definitely.
And also let me know if inverted birthmarks are birthmarks, because I honestly don't know. Could I Google
inverted
it?
meaning it's lighter instead of
Lighter.
darker.
Yes.
Not upside down.
No. Color inverted. Yeah. Let me know. I could Google it, but I'll just wait a week. It's fine.
Veritas Otis 52 says, in anime, the characters yell out the name of their special moves.
They do.
What do you yell out when you super on somebody?
Wu-Tang? Like Briar?
That's it.
I yell, "Dear Lord, I hope I don't die as I always do, because Seth always gets me killed."
What class am I?
Yes.
Oh, I'm the wrong class. Mohican 9 says, I might have misunderstood my wife when she said she wanted to go eat at a place where they make the food in front of you. I took her to Subway. How can I make it up to her? How can Mohican make it up to his wife?
What's wrong with Subway, man?
Just wanted to eat
Subway,
fresh.
like, this weekend. I was a little freaked out about it because they don't like cover the food stuffs, you know? Like they're just open to the air in the days of the Cove. I don't know that
True.
like it didn't. And the people making the food put the mask on when we walked in the door.
Good point.
I know.
You know, so I think what he should have done: get a time machine, go to Subway. Your wife looks very disappointed, and just say, "Well, shit, Deej."
Well, shit, Deej.
There it is. That's how you make it up.
Yeah.
She'll find it hilarious and endearing.
Yeah.
That's what that's saying.
There it is. Doughboy says, if DCP goes to the casino, who wins big, who loses it all, who gets wasted on the free drinks, and who gets caught cheating?
Okay. Briar could be two of these. Guess
Yeah.
which two I'm thinking.
Drunk
Wins big,
and caught cheating.
caught cheating.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever won money at a casino? Like a decent amount?
Not a decent. Well, what's decent? I think I won like $100.
Okay.
That's some money in my pocket.
I used to play poker constantly, and we used to go to the poker room and sit there for 8 hours at a time, drinking beers and
Getting wasted and cheating.
very
Alcoholics.
slowly playing poker because at the time the poker boom was big. Remember when poker was on ESPN all the time?
Yeah. You had to have a poker
So-
face.
The great thing about it was you go to a casino. We have 2 casinos in Connecticut. One of them had a big poker room at the time. I think the other one had a small one. But you could go there, you could just sit there, and if you do anything about poker, all you had to do is be patient and wait for the drunks to come on in. It was a good time.
What was your biggest takeaway? Biggest pot that you pulled?
The biggest pot, I don't know, but I definitely went home with more than $1,000 multiple nights.
All right.
Yeah, wow.
I think I win in terms of getting lucky in gambling
All right.
because I was super broke at the time, and my
That's
father-in-law.
the perfect time to win big.
Yes, super broke. Like, I don't know how I'm going to pay some of these bills next week. My father-in-law gave me $100 bill, and I went over to the dollar Wheel of Fortune slot machine. First pull won $3,000, and I was like,
Nice.
"Whoa,
Wow.
$3,000! This is crazy." Gave the $100 back to, and that's enough to where you have to claim it. They have to like take your information, and then walked over to another slot machine or another Wheel of Fortune $1 slot machine. Did the max bet and won another $500 back to back like that.
Bang!
What?
Yeah. Since then, I haven't been able to win a single thing out of a casino. So I just
just taking it back slowly.
Yeah, I'm like, yep.
Wow.
I don't actually like casinos that much. I don't like
Me neither.
gambling that much.
Me
Like, I don't mind it with friends. I like poker, but I don't like it as much as I used to.
Monopoly money.
There's no point to playing poker unless you're actually playing for something that people care about, because the game itself is not that much fun. But I do like craps. Craps is fun. Like, it's an exciting game to play. Yeah, because you got all the people standing around cheering and having a good time. So, did we answer the question?
What was the question?
Who wins big? Who loses?
I win
Brian's
big.
drunk and he's cheating.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's all we need to know.
And I win big since I'm the one who's won big in the past. So
yeah. I guess that just leaves Watts to
Losing
lose it all.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
What are you losing on, like an anime slot machine, or are you playing?
I'm trying to get the cuddly soft anime booby toy.
She ate the
Just
shrimp.
keep going.
She ate the shrimp at the buffet and lost it all.
Yeah, makes sense.
Dreadnought says, "What are you supposed to do during the awkwardness of a group of people singing happy birthday to you? Do you stare at your cake, blend in and sing along, scan the room to see who's not singing, and make deadly eye contact with them?"
There's it.
What is it?
You do extreme eye contact. You lock in and you take note if anybody's not singing as you scan the room.
Scan the room.
And if someone is kind of mumbling and like looking down the ground, then you look even harder.
Call them out on the spot, like, "Hey,
yeah,
Tefty, you're not even singing.
Whose birthday is
I
it?
invited you to my birthday. Watch you singing, but not a lot of gusto, to be honest with you. You're a little off key."
Let's just hope everyone's clapping so you know what to do with your hands. Otherwise, you're like, oh, I don't know. Clapping and stare at the cake. You need to look at it. It is awkward. I'd hate it.
Yeah. It is
awkward.
Definitely.
It's awkward.
Especially when it's like
I
sung
love
slow.
actually doing the singing part. Like, if I bring somebody out for their birthday, I'm definitely telling the waitress that it's their birthday so that they do the stupid like song, because I want to see my friend or whoever get embarrassed completely, because that's kind of friend I am.
So you're going to Hooters and you're saying it's your birthday, right?
Oh, ooh.
A special song at Hooters.
All of them have special songs because it's by,
They do.
Oh, each Hooters has a different song. What's the special song in your neck of the woods there, Tefty?
Good question. I should go find out.
Further research needed.
Be like, Memes, we are going to Hooters.
Also,
in a pandemic.
In a pandemic, yeah.
It's gonna be
wear a
great.
mask.
I think about worst place to go.
Bring a face shield. Wear a mask.
What are the sanitary conditions like at Hooters right now? Jay Cooper says, "Would you rather have unlimited knowledge, but whenever you are asked a question, your response was similar to dial-up internet, or have extremely quick responses, but everything you say is a dad joke?"
Oh, it'd be hilarious.
Oh, I'm living the second one pretty much right now.
I'm living the first one right now, basically.
Me.
You talk to me, it's all you hear.
I'm gonna go dad joke.
Definitely dad jokes.
Yeah, I guess get dead joke.
You would be Eric's. You've seen Eric's?
Yeah, love
You'd
Eric.
be him. Eric's is great.
I laugh at his dad jokes.
I mean, yeah, it's great. He loves Jar Jar.
He loves Jar Jar.
Oh, not everybody's perfect. Doughboy says, "I'm at a casino tonight. What what number do I put $10 on at the roulette table?
Well, I think you should have Tefty. If you're gonna ask
7.
anybody.
Yeah, Tefty's got the luck.
7. Bungie.
7. Bet it all on 7.
But
Yeah.
what should
Disclaimer.
I put like $10 on? Bet it all. Number 7.
All of it. Every cent of it. And then if you lose,
Not my fault. Tefty fault.
Tough luck. Get good.
blame it on Deej.
Yeah. Well, shit, Deej.
Dedrick says all the members of DCP. This is the last question of the night. All the members of DCP and guests get one free robot servant each. Each person can choose if they want their robot to look like a super realistic human, obviously a robot, or anywhere in between. What do you choose?
I'm going to go with obviously a robot because realistic human is kind of weird.
That
And
is
yeah,
weird.
There's
You
no,
definitely
want
get
them
some
to look
funny
like a
looks.
person.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
no good TV show or movie that ends well with a realistic looking robot. All right.
No.
Mm-mm. No.
Always goes
Even
south.
if like everything goes well, like the robot operates perfectly, if it's too realistic looking, people are gonna think you got like a real doll at your house. They're gonna think you're doing something weird.
Yep.
Better off just going like full on like servo bot. Like
Yeah.
Servobot, it helps you start building, you become Tony Stark with the help of Servobot.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm going robot. No, thank you.
Yeah. Well, shit, Deej, it's over. That's the podcast.
That there is episode 198 of DCP Live. Yeah.
198
In the bag.
in the bag.
Solid show. Solid show. We discovered quite a few things about well shit Deej, right?
Yeah.
True.
Discovered the cleanliness of Hooters.
How many Scovilles
Yep.
Briar is?
6 million.
All
A
right.
lot. We went over a lot of topics today and made some real progress.
Exactly.
We made progress. We acquired knowledge.
Knowledge was acquired, yeah.
Yep.
Thing, not only did we acquire it, but we distributed it. You know,
Yes.
You're welcome
Now
for
you
that,
know.
by the way.
Oh, man. Well, thank you very much
All right,
for
how
watching.
racist older songs are.
Yes.
That was
Yeah.
Yeah. Be careful when you're talking about old songs because they're probably terrible.
Chances are.
really. You don't have to go far
It's a
back. I think
racist
like
song.
the 80s and 90s got them too.
Yeah. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Shout out to our Patreon members and our Twitch subs for directly supporting the show. And shout out to everyone watching live, YouTube, and on the podcast and all that stuff. Podcast indications. If you want to find more of me, you can talk to me at Teft on Twitter and catch my streams, twitch.tv/TeftyTeft, where I'll be finishing up Ghost of Sushima in the next month.
Month? Yeah. Yeah. I am Miss 5000 Watts. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube at Miss 5000 Watts. And we might just have to accept that I'm going to be playing Ghost of Tsushima along with Destiny, maybe for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I think that's an acceptable compromise.
I think so. I'll just keep replaying it. As soon as we're done, we're going to go right back.
Yeah.
I'm Briar Rabbit. You can find me on Twitter at the Briar Rabbit. And that'll do it. We'll see you on Monday for Side Quest, where we got a lot to talk about. The Xbox announcement, the
Briar, you're forgetting something.
Halo. Well, shit, Deej.
No. Predator, where can people find you? Okay, Predator, sounds good.
Whoa, okay, sounds
Yeah.
good. Thanks for, let's not ever let you talk again.
That's creepy.
That was a spot on Predator impression. I gotta tell you, I haven't heard something like that since the 80s. It was amazing, Tefty. Stunning.
What? It wasn't me. What are you talking about? That was the Predator.
Amazing.
And Briar, you're not wrong. We will be back Monday talking about Xbox stuff at 1 p.m. Pacific. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks,
we'll see
everybody.
you next
Well,
time.
shit, Deej.
Well, shit, Deej.